I've been living in Hastings or the surrounding areas for most of my life actually, and for Hastings for me, I think it's got a sort of two-tier approach. I think you have Hastings, which is a beautiful, beautiful area with some beautiful buildings and it's obviously the sea, and it's a gorgeous area to live.
I used to come here a lot when I was a child to the seaside side of Hastings and the museums and the amusement places and the pier and stuff.
But actually in another side of it you've got a very deprived areas where there are complex needs and it's quite a poor development area.
Throughout my weeks as being a volunteer here, where working with the families, I can actually see the more deprived areas that obviously I wouldn't have been aware of when I was a lot younger.
It's got a high unemployment and a one of the highest teenage pregnancy rates in the area. So I think it's got a double-edged sword for it for me in Hastings. It's two areas in one in a way. iFit works with families with complex needs in the East Sussex area. We are a third sector voluntary agency, but we're funded from local authorities, local borough districts and RSLs.
From what I've seen and experienced and learned, I suppose, over the last 6 weeks is, they support families with complex issues, general issues within the home.
We support families to look at the issues and to make significant changes to improve their lives. And they come via different ways. I mean, some of it's through children's services and some of it's through what's called the multi-agency task team. There were families that other agencies feel that have real complex needs that need intensive support. These can be anything from housing issues, offending, ASB, drug and alcohol problems, parenting issues, domestic violence, domestic abuse, education issues, just families that have got severe problems.
They're just a great support network for all members of the family, not just working with one member.
You have a key worker system, which is one worker that works with the whole family, and we visit as in intensively. So the intensive bit means we visit between 3 to 5 times a week, and we do that from a period of about 6 to 12 months. We're going to see Angela Deacon in her family home. Angela's been involved in the service for about 7 months, I think it is now. She obviously has complex needs. She has had a history of drug abuse, of offending, and she's been in rehab for about 18 months and also in prison for about a cumulative about 7.5 years, I think. She is turning her life around massively now. She has a son who's Joshua, and he's 10, but he has quite a severe learning need. So he's quite challenging for her, which she finds quite difficult, and he's had a lot of problems at school, but he's just about to start a new school and hopefully a new beginning for him as well. So and I'm just very passionate about change, which is good.
I came into Hastings because of the rehab I did in Phoenix House in 2005. My first problem was when I came here there is a lot of users, but I didn't come for that. My plan is to clean my act up so I could get my little boy back, because he was over in Belgium living with my sister, so I could do the programme. I've been using drugs for a hell of a lot. 25 years of my life, that's a hell of a long time. Because I slipped back, I was in an abusive relationship, other things was happening. Joshua was difficult. I found life in general difficult, so the flip came in. But I find that they help you, because it's not just me, they're considering it, they're doing it as a family. And it's not just the mother or the children, it's the father, it's everybody, and that's what I liked about it. Nobody else has done that before. Everything gets ticked off one by one, everything gets ticked off what needs to be done. If it's going to court, you go. If you're scared of going to court, she'll go with you. So it's the support. Josh has always been a handful, always a little boy that he doesn't like being on his own. He hasn't got the confidence like I have. But he's in a special needs school because he's got learning difficulties and behaviour problems. And up to last week, He was in a half-day school, even the school couldn't there. But now he's on a new school. He came last week, he had top points, and I've never seen that from him. So yeah, I'm very, very pleased with him.
Josh has had a really great start to the week. All fives. Is five's the highest you can get then?
Yeah, you can get bonuses. Yeah. Can you see that?
In the beginning, it was nearly every other day I was seeing Liz, and if I wasn't seeing it was phone calls, and then there was appointments that she'd take me to, and I was doing this, that and that. There was everything, every day I was seeing her or hearing her, or there was something about. But now I maybe see her once a week, which from 8 months ago to now, that's the proof that it works, because my life's a hell of a lot better now, because I don't need her as much. I'm more independent now. My health is better, I feel great, I feel confident. I'm a better mum because of the courses I've done. Everything that you do, bit by bit, they just don't throw you in there, they ease you in there, so you're comfortable what you can deal with.
Hello, are you ringing me? Yes.
I do remember this.
I live in home.
Because we really want to get your input and your feedback on how the FIP actually works. But we really want your views, and we want your input into that. But you're the best people to tell us, to input into that rather than us.
Tell you.
Good. There are no punch and pulls. You kind of tell her how it is. It's really important. You know what's good, but also what you think we can improve. All of that stuff's going to be really important.
Okay, on the floor down here is numbers 1 to 10. What I'm going to do is read you out some statements, and what I would like you to do is come and sort of stand where you think you are on the scale of 1 to 10. Okay, so if I read you out 1, just to kind of give you an idea. So the first one's going to be, I was listened to by my iFIP key worker. Oh, number 1's obviously feeling a bit lonely now. Okay, right, so you're all kind of, so if I just, Liza, are you actually saying it's a 10? Is that where you're saying? Okay, do you just want to say why you think that then?
I'm so proud of everything that is needed to be done, and my confidence has boosted since like a key worker was involved.
Okay.
I think the biggest thing for the family is trust. They have to know they can trust you, and that takes time to build. It is a really individual journey, because obviously each family will have their own needs, which will then work at how you work with that. It's a bit of a journey from, you'd start it off, you'd look at the issues, and then hopefully one by one you would start to address those issues. And it's about empowering them to do it for themselves, really. So it might be one time you might need to show them how to do something once, but the second time you'd support them in doing it. So you'd have a journey where you'd have real complex issues to start with, and then halfway through perhaps not quite so many, and at the end it will be to a degree where they can manage it themselves. We're going to see Marie. Marie is an ex-client who has finished now with the FIP, but we're going to go and check up on her, see how she's doing, and she's a lady that has 9 children. And she has special needs herself, as do most of the children. She was referred to us by social services because of her complex needs, and at the time 9 children were thought to be going to be removed, and since then that's all changed and they're no longer on a plan.
Marie is a very close family friend. At the time when we met her, she was in a bad place emotionally, and she was struggling to sort herself out.
I had a drinking problem because I was like having problems with my house, and you know, I had a 3-bedroom house with 9 kids. Obviously through drinking I didn't, you know, they weren't on school on time, you know, at the right time, and you know, dressed properly and things like that. Like the house was sort of falling apart.
And then Liz came along, and it all went from there, really.
She's helped me with my home, she's helped me with my kids, you know, the schools, how, and obviously because I've got learning difficulties, how to teach the kids, you know, like they ask me questions like, you know, sex-wise or anything like that I can't answer, you know, and I went to like groups as well to learn how to talk to my kids and communicate with them properly.
She got Marie to see her own self-worth.
I was more sort of in my shell, and they helped me to come out more, sort of thing, and how you've got to sort of, you know, stop doing the things that you're doing and, you know, step up to the mark, sort of thing. So they help me come out my shell and things like that, you know what I mean?
You know,
and now it's brilliant because when we first met Marie, you'd sort of see 2 hours of what a friendship and a beautiful family she had in a week, and now we don't even see those 2 hours of negative in a week. We've actually got a wonderful friend, and it's down to the work that Liz has done.
And I'm glad that she's helped me through a lot that I've conquered, sort of thing. And I'm just pleased to be, you know, where I am now.
Yeah, I've got 3 with ADHD. Oh my God, you've got an handful. You've got an handful. Protect yourself and stay away from the people that you don't want around. Plus, I don't want my son in that.
Yeah, it's really good to get, you know, your views, but again, it's how do you capture the views of all the young people?
Same kind of you can have in a country.
Yeah, I see you as Angela or my child Joshua. But it was cool. It must be nice for her.
We're still now working on me with like going out shopping and stuff, seeing what the children eat. It's nice to have her there. It takes a little bit of me.
There's a family that I remember that a mum told me that through the work that we'd done together, she felt that she was a mother, and that the strengths and the skills that she'd learnt, she would take with her forever.
I certainly wouldn't be standing here like this today if it wasn't for my key worker.
I think to hear families themselves say that they have made the changes and they're proud of themselves and what they've achieved, I think for me is the best thing.
If somebody's got trust in you and they think you can do it, it gives you more confidence to do more things in your life.
We're going up to the courts to see Angela Deacon again. She's got a final review for a DRR requirement, and hopefully she will have all been successful and be delighted it's finished. So we're going to meet her coming out the courts just to see how it's all gone. Good girl, well done! All right?
It's great, great. Lovely reports, everything blinding from 6 months ago to what I was now. It feels fantastic. I've never thought that I'd see the back of this for good, and today I actually can say that. Yeah, I don't want to see that. As I was walking out, I says, I'll see you later, never. So hopefully I'm looking forward now. And then I'm ready for my course. Ready to go forward to helping other people now. All right then, see you later.
I think the biggest thing for family is trust. They have to know they can trust you, and that takes time to build. I mean, you have to show the family that you're totally not judgmental, and that you are going to listen to them. And when I mean listen, I mean actively listen to them. So it's a matter of sort of building building bricks, of building up that relationship slowly and surely to make it a sound one.
Do you think Mum's happier?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she smiles a lot when more she used to.
And I remember once you gave Mum a scale. You said to me, when Mum was using drugs, it was 2. And now she's not using drugs. What is it now? 10. Yeah.
When I think about it, I've come a hell of a long way to what I was. Because when I see other people now, I'm forward and they're behind me.
But look how many families need your help.
I think for me, having seen it grow and then having seen it decreased, I'd like to see us grow again and have more workers to offer more families the same opportunities.
What does One Direction sing? Say, Kelly Rose is beautiful. Did it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Too many families in this situation where I was 2 years ago to what I am now. If you had more workers, do you know what I mean? You're saying that social services got a lot, but you could do with a hell of a lot more. So a lot more families could be where we are today.